or left in the month of November, added to 31 days in the month of December. That brings us to 38 days to the end of the year 2023. My math is mathing, I know. But before I begin, how are you doing? I wouldn't start, of course, without asking you how you're doing. How's your mind? How's your body? And how is your what's happening? Today, something funny happened. So there's usually environmental sanitation every Thursday that runs up until 10. So I woke up with faith that everything was planned out, only to realize that a lot of things that we needed to start our day with, including breakfast and some basic things, that we usually use, we were out of them. And the funny part is we couldn't get them until 10 o'clock when the stores will open. You can imagine my disappointment, but I found a way around it, and here we are. A big lesson is always check and double check a day before, especially when you have plans for the following day. And if you're that person that usually will forget, always ask someone in the house to remind you that that thing has finished or that thing has finished. In my case, I didn't even know, I wasn't aware. And I had told someone that whenever these things were getting finished, remind me, Actually, the person did not. And that was what put us in that kind of situation. What are we looking at today? It's a new word, maybe new to some of us. In fact, while I was coming in, the digital media people said, Denise, what is wrong with you? I mean, why do you want to confuse the listener? Why do you want to make it impossible for them to comment on this conversation? Well, it's simply marriages between close relatives, but it is called consanguine marriages. Yes, a marriage between individuals who are closely related. Why are we talking about this? I read something about people who had been together for 17 years. In fact, married for 17 years and had 3 children. And they revealed that they discovered they are cousins after taking a family tree DNA test. As if that was not enough, I did more research and I discovered that it was recorded in history that there were twins who were separated at birth who had gotten married without knowing that they were twins. One person adopted one twin, the other person adopted the other twin. Years later, they came together, they fell in love, and then boom, the discovery. We are twins, yo. Hey. Now, that marriage was pretty early. I think they discovered early enough. It didn't change certain things that had already happened, especially outside Nigeria. But then it one, should couples who discover they are related stay married to each other or go their separate ways? Think about it. Think about the fact that a lot of things are involved. Now, I don't want to think about it, but then you should help me think about it. Now, question number 2. Let's talk prevention of things like this, yeah? As a society clearly against such unions, we say abomination. How can we prevent such marriages from being instituted in the first place? Head on to X at Nigeria Info PH is our X handle. Or you head on to Facebook. Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH and be a part of the conversation. Like I always say, I love it when you listen. Go VIP listener, go listener. But when you are a part of the conversation by either sending in your messages or calling, you make it super interesting. So I look forward to fresh voices. When we come back from the break, I'll roll out the phone lines. Just stay tuned.
Nigeria Info will be right back.
and we'll look at mind, body, and soul. Today on Mind, Body, and Soul, we'll have the Nigerian Dental Association Real Estate Chapter. The Japa syndrome, how it affects the practitioner, and the partner and Joseph Quinans have discovered they're actually related. After my kids and my husband, my everything, and we look past it. All our kids have 10 fingers and 10 toes. It's a good icebreaker, though. So she's not the only one. Then there was also a story of a married couple who discovered they are twins separated at birth. The siblings had no idea whatsoever they were related. The harrowing story of twins who were separated at birth and married each other without realizing they were brother and sister was revealed sometime in 2012. When the unnamed couple realized the shocking truth about their relationship, they had their marriage annulled at a secret high court hearing. A judge ruled that the union was legally invalid. The couple's plight was revealed by the former Liberal Democrat MP Lord Alton, who is fighting for the children to have greater rights to know the identity of their biological parents. Now, the pair who raised the twin story during a House of Lords debate on the Human Fertilization and Embryology Bill said, "I learned of this heartbreaking story from the High Court judge who dealt with the case. We were having a casual conversation about the potential problems for donor-conceived children accidentally marrying each other. And he said this could also happen in naturally conceived children." Now let's look at donor-conceived children, for instance. There's some people that have said they do not want to get married. Hence, all they need is someone to fertilize. Some ladies have opined that, hello, just get me pregnant, okay? I'll pay you. Some men have been known to donate their sperm for being to be married or having to be in a relationship or even having to have not to do about it. Let's donate sperm to a sperm bank. And Ada wants a baby. Ada's eggs gets fertilized by Mr. Emeka. Ada does not know Mr. Emeka. Ada doesn't even want to know Mr. Emeka. Ada just wants a baby. Ada goes away. Let's assume Denise wants a baby. Denise goes and is also fertilized by Mr. Emeka. Denise doesn't want to know who the father is. No relationship. She just wants to know that this is clean. She goes away. Give me another name. Christabel wants a child. And Christabel goes and Christabel. So you see how it does happen. We've also heard stories of ladies who are also donating eggs. Okay? So it's possible that a lady wants a child and a lady gets... So this is how it does happen, that some people are born not knowing their father, assuming that the man in their lives is their father, assuming that the woman in their lives, their biological parents or something like that. And then years later, they some way, somehow find out that they share something in common with the man they have fallen in love with or the woman they have fallen in love with. Now that is easy. Oh, we are related. Okay, let's break up. But we are married. And we are not just married, but we now have children. So they probably would not know. Maybe you had twins. And these days when you have the hospitals doing some really funny stuff, you have multiples and they end up giving your multiples to other people. I think there was a lady that gave birth to 9 children. Let's assume that lady said, I cannot take care of all these 9 children. Just give me 2 or just give me 1. And then there are people who are in need of children and this person takes this one, this person takes this one, and then they share and everybody goes their separate ways. Years later, they come in contact. So it's possible sometimes you do not know that you have multiples. And when they meet as adults, they do not realize that they are related, but felt some level of inevitable attraction. These are the possibilities. And this is why I say we live in a crazy world where background checks may not be able to determine some of these things. Background checks are good. Now, I can't even tell you for a fact that there was some level of background check carried out when I needed to settle down. If I ask some of you that got married recently or got married in time past, if you ever bothered to check the lineage, the origin, and whatever of the person you are going to get married to, I put it to you that some of you may have not. So how then can we prevent such unions, such marriages from being instituted in the first place? So when you think of that answer, also think of the possibility that they are already married and have children and probably have been together for years. Should these couples who have discovered they are related stay married to each other or go their separate ways? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002. That is 0817 923 0002. I take that again. 0817 923 0002. We also have 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0003. Feel free to send in your messages if you're unable to get through to us via the phone lines. The WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. Join the conversation on X. You can watch us and comment in the section. We have the call screen now. So patient, tell them your name, tell them your location, and in no distant time you will be added. You're able to join the conversation, or you'll be joined. I'll be joined with you one way or the other in the studio. So there was a pre-sale to this conversation on Facebook, and I see a lot of your messages. I am going to read them. Let me start with the one from Kelvin Ogajifo. Kelvin says, go to the north. I know of some in Maiduguri among the Fulanese. Chinono Egwawa said, depends on what is culturally acceptable where it is practiced. Depends on what is culturally acceptable where it is practiced. For two to come together into it's marriage, not a relationship. This is coming from Room of Mass. Hello, Charles. Welcome to the Money Side. Go ahead. Yes, you can do make the words. Yeah, I hear you. Go.
I like if the person is like the man and the woman are related. Because I used to hear that China relatives married and there was no problem. There was no medical problem with their union. Now, my question is, if they get married and now they are related, like the case of the twins that got married, and then they have children, what is the medical problem? Why can't they stay married? Why does the people now tell them to divorce or break up? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Why can't they stay married? Because they are already married. And what is that thing that is restricting them from getting married? Because I am a medical personnel. I don't know why they shouldn't stay married. So I want to know why.
Okay, you want to know why. Kurt from Choba. Hi, Kurt. Welcome.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
I have to say that the mistake you made is not irreversible. Like this mistake, you have done, you have done. Even mistake, the law of marriage is different than the mistake you have made. Now, children is involved. If you say divorce, who owns the child? Who sent to divorce? I believe this man is a mistake and they cannot change. They should remain as a husband and wife. After all, Abraham is the father of coordination. If you begin to trace, Father will separate. This is not my brother. He said Abraham is the father of all. Thank you. They should remain united. And Mr. God.
All right, then. Zion from GRA, welcome to the sunny side, Zion.
That narrative that Abraham married his sister is very wrong. Erroneous. And it's unfortunate that on this part of the world, we don't dig deep into information and the words we get. We just take it from the soft and the wrong way. What happened there is an abomination. It's not accepted because the laws of the land was not even guaranteed. And the problem is with us. We are so quick to sleep on people's bed. We are so quick to invite them. We don't take time to know ourselves. We don't take time to even understand ourselves. A guy will meet a girl by 8 o'clock going to work, exchange numbers, just you call in the afternoon, by 6 o'clock she's already in his house. The same day, less than 24 hours. And there are so many ladies that have given birth to children secretly. Some of them, even their parents are unaware they have children. Their brothers are not aware they have children. Tell me, now we call a globalized community. NYSC is accommodating a lot of young people. But it is accommodating a young people. Organizations, look at it, we always meet. As young people, we will always meet, and the ignition must always spark. What do we do? Do you know that today there are some best have children in the village in Port Harcourt, and you see give birth on that child there in Port Harcourt? Now, if the child that grew up in Port Harcourt, go to that village to serve, and you met that child there, what do you tell? I think the aspect of our life, we should be able to manage certain information. And there are certain information that must be revealed. You meet a girl from Bayelsa, this person, let me be honest to you, I meet you from Bayelsa. I must probe you from the very first 5 minutes. Which community? I'm telling you, the first 5 minutes.
Mr. Zion, hold on. Before you go further, I think I know where your narration is going to. I have a cousin. No. Let's not go far. Let me speak on a personal note. I have a cousin. Our father has a complete football team, 10 players and 1 goalkeeper. 11.
Imagine.
11. He had 4. 3 or before. He had 4. No, 3. He had 3 with her mother. He has some with another woman. He has one that he had in the north that he did not know he has. The woman did not tell him that I have your child. How did my cousin know that guy? One of these days she was going through Facebook and she saw a surname. That her surname is not popular. You know, there are surnames that you can't hear anywhere. It's not regular. So when you see a surname that is you share, you are like, this name that is not common. What's going on? And then she said, hi, I see that we share the same surname. And the boy goes, hi. She's way older than him though, so nothing could have possibly happened. But they were both adults. And then he said, yes, so that his name is Denver. It's okay, who is your father? He mentioned.
Okay.
Do you know your father? Have you seen him before? He said, no. My mother has never told me about him. He's never taken me to him. And by the time she started asking, she discovered that this was her brother from a different mother.
That is it.
Till today, as I'm talking to you, her father has not even bothered to see this boy that exists. So they both know of their existence, but they have never met. And we have things like this happening all over the world.
What did the mother do? And look at this age now. A girl will shout up the guy on Facebook. They will meet on Facebook. collect 1 month, and they depart, they don't see each other again. A lot of them, they are pregnant.
Thank you, Mr. Zion. Reginald from...
I think for me, this discovery has been trying to transfer these things now. I think we hope for DNA test for intended couples.
Intending couples should do DNA test. Okay. Okay.
But now that I have already have a case, I think for me, I don't know, but they have already got it and have it. So I cannot suggest anything different between them.
Okay.
But I'm still confused now. The twins got married. And got married. I think not by if they are raised up by the parents, what is it that person know that?
I think something is wrong with our phone line.
We are just abandoned because of their past. I don't know.
Well, for twins, it's possible that they were in an orphanage and someone comes to adopt them differently. I mean, those are the possibilities. This person comes, take one twin, the other person comes, take the other twin. And then they meet sometime in future.
Well, not they know that they are twins. They are twins, brothers and sisters. I think the original is in order. It's not about but the one that already has fixed is allowed to go on. One, I suggest the issue of DNA test. All
right, DNA test for intent. I'm so sorry. I think something is wrong with our phone lines today. The calls are not clear. We'll just try to manage it. But I know that we can get the best from this sound. Maybe when we go on a break, I'll get in touch with our engineers to look at the phone lines. I don't know if it's a network issue or if it's a problem from our end. So please do bear with us. Miriam from Okrika, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, Denise, when I heard the phone out that shift, I just told the person close to me and said, Constance is in the studio because that's Constance's number. Because that's not too much. I said, someone told you to deal in time. Family, in father, other level.
Okay.
You know that it's not money. But they close relatives. They don't have it, and we don't each other. They were in the village, so they now want to what is this? They now realize that they were close relatives, that they had to
do some sacrifice and cleansing. I'm some sacrifice and cleansing.
I don't know that there was one man, his daughter, in the community find out, they now all the police and the man was now saying that it wasn't part of his face.
Wow.
That, is it because this arrested? That they don't trust me, they let them.
Wow.
The shows that allows it. Don't see taboo. So it's a very serious issue. You have to go through so many processes for it to place yourself. So that's how I think. But for me, I think you can find that they should submit. If you're ignorant, for that one, ignorance is permissible. If you never discover, I have to continue to do what you're doing, knowing that this is with your close relatives. For me, I suggest separation.
Separation, then. All right. Real Gift from Port Harcourt Town. Welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon to you, Lady DW.
Good afternoon to you too, Real Gift.
Thank you very much. For me, sometimes setting the cost of this public we born. That's why I just say, we just want to get
what is called make we born? This is a serious matter. We are laughing about it, but this is serious.
I agree with you, but we have to lighten it up because it's the reality of our time. This particular situation, it even happened in my family, one of my cousins.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, just like a lady from Africa said, they have to go to the village and do one or two things, for one or two things, so that they can be separated. It's not that after they do have to continue. No, they separated. And I can tell you that
In the case of your cousin, were there children involved?
Yes, there was a child.
Oh my God.
That was why when they now found out, they now went to the village to do one or two things. And then the couple separated. They don't continue. They don't do something that continue. As they do that, for me, when you find out that it is like this from the African society, the best thing for you to do is to separate. Because if we believe what our tradition tells us when it comes to issues like this, it means you take your hand, go by with you, won't kill you. Yes, it's possible you don't know from the outset, but from when you come to know about it, the best thing for me is to walk away. Because when you remain, anything where you see, you take.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Real Gift. Chinedu Inhunwa says, continue the marriage on Facebook. As Your Good Dominion says, marriage between close relatives, there is always no respect. Jones P says, isn't that the same as incest? Well, I'm of the opinion that they should discontinue the marriage. Smart Body says, that's bad. I don't even want to marry from my community or state. Does not marrying from your community or state prevent it? Think about it, oh. Evangelist EO says, at first, it's a pity for two partners to come together without getting to know themselves very well. Anyway, such marriages should not hold because of their relationship. If you're just joining us, it is still the Sunny Side right here on your number one station for talk, and we're looking at consanguine marriages. That's marriage between close relatives. I started off by saying that it's one thing to be in a relationship with someone, discover you're related, and then you break up. It's another thing to be married to someone for years, have kids with them, only to discover that you are related. And then you say, oh, that's why you need to do background checks before marriage. Maybe background checks could have revealed it. But we live in a crazy world, and anything is absolutely possible. We're going to commercial break. When we come back, the conversation continues. Do stay tuned to us. Let me see. I think I should at this point read some of your WhatsApp messages. Where do I begin? Okay, let's read this one from Soki Fubara from Port Harcourt. I beg you, if you start checking, you may check and check. The world is mixing. What happened during time of slavery? What happened to adoption of children? What happened to we migrating from here and now we are part of this place? If you check, your check may just be within nuclear and immediate extended family circle. The world is mixing. The next guy you dislike his tribe may actually originate from your tribe. Let us show love. The world is mixing. The world is mixing indeed. Hausa marrying Yoruba, Yoruba marrying Igbo, and this tribe marrying this tribe, and people from the same tribe marrying themselves. DNA test sounds like a good option, or don't you think so? I love you, but before we do anything, let's go and do a DNA. But no. Let's go and do a DNA. Let's be sure. But you see, there's something about love that sometimes, I'm sorry to say this, it makes you throw caution to the wind. Only when something happens do you realize that it is what it is. Okay, I think sometime we're going to talk about paternity fraud. We're going to revisit paternity fraud. And there's something that some people have not discovered. I'm not trying to make a case for the women, but it is highly possible that yes, the child does not belong to your husband, and the child does not belong to you as well. So all ye men that are so quick to go and do a paternity test to be sure your child belongs to you, and then you say, oh, your wife cheated. A lawyer once tweeted that a man had gone for a paternity test, discovered the child was not his, and started accusing the lady of infidelity. The woman swore on her life that the child indeed belonged to this man. And then the lawyer advised, the way this lady is swearing and doing this, let us give her a chance. Can we have a DNA test for her and the child? And then they did a DNA test for her and the child, and discovered the child did not belong to her either. But she was pregnant, and she was delivered of a baby. But what happened was that the hospital had switched her baby mistakenly, because there were other people that had given birth at that hospital at around the same time. So the chances are that your brother or sister may be with one family somewhere in Wagwalada, or somewhere in Nembe Ogbolomabri, or somewhere in Obakri, or somewhere in Rumuchakara, and you are not aware. But what do I know? Trending stories, and the conversation continues.
Real stories, real people. Nigeria Info. Let's talk.